40k universe, which I thought you were gonna say,
That's not even
and
a
the
fair
Space
fight.
Marine, then that's still not a fair fight because Crocs would clap Marines.
A fucking Croc fucking took down Vulcan, which was the strongest Primarch.
That wasn't
No,
even a
see,
Croc though, even. Like, it was
no,
close
was
to a Croc, but it was
aye,
not.
but that was almost a Croc. But what I'm saying is, Grimgor Ironhide. Can you imagine dropping Grimgor in the middle of the Lord of the Rings?
Bro, Grimgor would kill stuff.
Oh yes, that's what I'm
Grimgor
saying.
would smash a lot of people in. I think the only people who would stand up are like the actual like superpowers in Lord of the Rings. But even then, it depends what Grimgor we're talking about. If we're talking about Grimgor who was then empowered in the end times,
No, not by the fucking, fucking spirit of the beast. No.
okay. Because I was about to say, if you use that Grimgor, then that's a beast
there's no stopping it.
Grimgor.
Nico, do you
That
think
Grimgor literally killed
Isengard
off an
has
ogre on
good
his own.
first stage?
What?
If Isengard has good first stage, in your opinion?
No.
What? No.
No.
So,
Yeah.
can someone explain me in the Warhammer 40k series, what's the Inquisitor's jobs? Because I just found out about them. What the fuck?
They're
are they?
technically like
Basically,
overlords of.
Basically, the Inquisition is the Spanish Inquisition.
Okay, so they're just more of the assholes, just in space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them are good, most of them are crap. So technically, one of them. So there's like races called Tyranids, or like these space bugs who like eat
I
everything.
believe Inquisitor are so fucking bloodthirsty.
No, I saw
Just
a
even
cinematic,
got kicked
like,
out of the Inquisition.
No,
I still remember.
I can't
Wait,
remember
carry
what game it was. It was a 40k game, but it just did all the cutscenes. And the more cinematic ones, the Space Marines were fighting things that looked like Alien from Alien.
Are you going for that? Right.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
vote up for mine.
the Tyranids. They technically, the more they eat, the stronger they become, and there's a massive amount of them.
And in the
And
cutscene-
because
in the cutscene,
they were
just looked like
coming.
they were scared of the Marines. They were just like, oh shit.
No. There's only one thing that can actually save the Warhammer world now from the Tyranids,
Necrons.
and that's the Necrons.
What is the next
And that's only because there's a lot of
Whoa!
Necrons asleep.
Hold on. What did you say?
No, I said, what are the next?
Oh Jesus Christ! I think I died inside.
Bro, you've got to search up on Warhammer lore. It's
Oh, I-
very good.
Anything about it? I like.
No. I'm just saying, bro. Like whenever you're free, bro, just like watch some videos on Warhammer lore.
It's well
It's
worth it.
really
I didn't mean to
good.
crush your spirit. I was just curious.
Oh,
It's just really good lore. It's like
it
really
is.
good.
Tell you what, if you want to have a really good time, is if you're going to learn about the Imperium, you've got to learn about Conrad Kurz first.
So there's
The Night
Primarchs,
Hunter.
which are so in the Imperium, which are the Space Marine people, right? There's a ruler who's called the Emperor of Mankind, and he's technically like a god, and he created 13 sons, and they're each Primarchs. Conrad Kurz is one of them.
Created 20 odd.
Oh yeah, but like 2 of them got yeeted, and 18 of them are known. Yeah,
Oh, they're dead?
I'm not even joking. 2 of them
No,
got
full
yeeted
on.
out of the setting. No one knows.
No
anything
one knows
about
what happened to them, but we all do know what happened to them.
it. But like,
If
but
that
like,
makes sense.
technically, Comrade Kurz is one of them Primarchs.
But
And
he's got
kind of one of the messed
badass
up
lines.
ones.
No, it's
He's
just
got
every time
what-
I look at like Warhammer 40k, it just seems very
Wait.
confusing to me.
It is. It's a lot. It's because it's massive. It's a
It
lot of
is
stuff.
a lot, but don't have a look at the poster boys, the Ultramarines. There's a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of other
no,
legions.
I would just literally avoid Marines, bro. Marines are kind of boring, but it's
There's
the
more
Primarchs which you want
Salamanders,
to
Night
do.
Lords.
They're the interesting ones. All the others are just boring.
Blood Angels is another good one, actually.
Blood Angels is good, yeah. Especially end time, like not end times. Horus Heresy, Blood Angels.
Why? There's a good series on. It's called the Dante series, the Blood of Baal, the Desolation of Baal, and Dante.
Yeah,
They
there's a
are
lot.
really good books.
It's a very. If you're talking about fantasy worlds, Warhammer 40k is probably one of the most in-depth.
Like I was telling
Like,
him the other day, like I
worlds.
was so confused about the Warhammer like fantasy and then the Warhammer 40k. I was asking, is that in the same
Warhammer,
universe or not?
they're
Yes.
said to be linked, but Warhammer Fantasy is like 40,000, 50,000 years before.
So
it was before. I don't know if it
Can you
was.
just tell me?
I don't know if it
different
hasn't been
lands?
revealed if it's actually linked or not yet, but
I thought it was like pocketed.
We will defend the
No,
elven
because I was
lands.
curious, like, oh, what happened to the elves in the future? What happens to the dwarves? What happens to the Skaven?
oh,
What happens
elves
to,
have a
like-
sad story,
Building
bro.
is now finished.
Like, I just
Dwarves don't exist in 40k, I don't think, which is kind
Oh,
of
the
sad.
back. The back is squats.
Oh yeah, aren't they a part of the Imperium?
Yeah, the back again.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they do exist, but they're not as big as fantasy dwarves. They're not as they're not as much of a big power as in fantasy.
Now we could not have got a better match up there if we tried.
Right? Yeah. Wildman versus that.
Isengard.
Yeah, but Isengard is so much stronger than Rohan's ass.
Watch for the
Right.
Oh no,
I need to get the upper hand. That's why in these starting fights. But technically, like the Owls have a sad story in their one.
Oh,
Is
you
that
got everything with leadership.
everything with leadership?
Yeah.
It's Theoden.
Yeah, Theoden gives.
Oh,
If he's near, you can give leadership.
Yeah.
But the sad thing about the elves is you'll have like it's very it's very in depth, so it's kind of hard to get everything in one like saying. But technically, the elves were so advanced that they found everything too easy. So they started like going down like depravity roads, so sex, drugs, murder, rape, and all that. Got worse and worse over time. And because of how many of the elven race were doing this is like trillions, by the way, trillions of elves doing this. It caused the birth of a chaos god, which killed off like 90% of the population. So
But
now
at the
the
same
elves
time,
are
though,
like,
they can't be 50,000 years beforehand. Because do not forget, the old ones created them even before that, during the War of Heavens. Because they created the orcs as well.
true, yeah. But like, so technically, it's very like mixed up. No one knows if fantasy and 40k are linked. People would like to say it is, but I don't think it actually is. It's just,
I think it's pocketed.
yeah, it's just very similar. But like the old ones are like the old gods, and the Necrons were there when the old gods existed, and technically Necrons wanted immortality because their existence sucked because of where they live. Because of where they lived, their whole existence was just awful, so they wanted immortality so they could have like a better living. But the old ones didn't want to give them the secrets to immortality, so they declared war against them. The old world, and then obviously they were losing, and these other gods called the Catan said to them, "We'll give you immortality and help you fight against the old ones if you like blah blah blah." They agreed the deal, and the Necron tier, who are the Necrons, got their souls torn out of them by these gods and put into metal vessels, like suits.
They cannot compete against this, like...
What I saw from the cinematic thing that I saw, the creating the space marine, there were weird skull, like little robot dudes. There's like implants in the guy's back and stuff and whatnot. It looked like it was like a like it was like a it seemed like necro-y, very dark, very. You know what I mean?
It's very dark.
Move, you
It's very
prick.
dark. But like, but technically, the Necrons got given these metal vessels, got betrayed, turned into these like immortal soldiers, and they were very strong. But this is what made them really strong. So the old ones created other races. So orcs, which were known as Krorks, who were way bigger, way stronger, and like just Goliath beasts. Technically, they were meant to be the perfect being, but obviously the old ones had to quickly produce them. But they were meant to be the perfect beings. And then they created the Eldar, which are the elves, and they fought back. But even then, the Necrons were still like extremely strong. So that is like the whole theory behind it. And the cool thing about the Necrons is that they won the war. They didn't kill off the Krorks or the elves, but they killed off the old ones. And in the end, they actually betrayed their gods who gave them immortality because they betrayed them before. Wait there. So they betrayed them, and they actually now they split them into shards, and they actually use their gods as power sources.
Yeah, just as overgrown batteries.
as batteries. They use their own god. They use the gods who betrayed them as batteries.
But the elves weren't winning, the humans weren't winning, so what they did is they just created the fucking orcs.
There is much to do.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the
We have to
best.
forge blades.
It just seems like it's very interlinked
It's
but
grim dark.
convoluted at the same time.
But
It's
if you
very. You'll. It's quite. Some of the things in 40k is disturbing as hell.
like
I
the
can
Night
imagine.
Hunter.
Like
Yeah, the Night
fantasy
Hunter is-
Warhammer, like one of the most weirdest, disgusting things is the Skaven. Those guys.
We come to protect Middle Earth.
Skaven aren't even that bad compared to some of the stuff in 40k.
No.
Skaven are grim. Beastmen are worse in fantasy.
No, like the lizard men.
Line it up.
Your lizardmen are awesome. Lizardmen
Oh,
are probably
I've
the
heard, like,
best
the
faction
lizard-
in fantasy.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like the lizardmen are like the physical strongest.
Yeah, technically they are. Technically, in fantasy, this is not 40k. This is fantasy now. The old ones created the lizardmen and the Eldar to fight against the demons of chaos, and they are the only race with, like, except for Eldar, but they're the only race who hasn't really done anything changed. And in the end times, where chaos returns, they literally held off against whole armies of chaos. Like couple lizardmen generals just fighting off hordes of demons. And bro, it's just epic.
Guys,
And
I
like
need help.
And like a bunch of toads were just like fighting against against demons. It's actually amazing, bro. The lizardmen are great. But like if you're talking about disturbing, like beastmen are disturbing. Skaven are alright. Chaos. There's not dark elves are disturbing. Especially in 40k. They are the worst race in the entire like genre. They are disturbing to the core.
Leave none standing.
But like 40k's got weird stuff. Like there was one thing from the Iron Warriors who is a traitor legion. And they created something called the Debunga, I think the name is.
Keep them at bay.
The Debunga, and it's something like that. And technically what it is they capture women from a
Guys, I need help.
yeah, I'm coming, bro. I'm trying to fight off Isengard right now. I'll be there in a sec.
No, Madman, can you help me?
Back to the camp.
I know you're fine.
I'm in
I
the
need
middle
help.
of an Angmar war, so
With haste.
Yeah, but they won't do anything to you, man. I have
Yeah,
a
I
whole
literally
army.
cannot do now. You've got literally all. How you spammed your heroes so fast?
I only have one
Me?
hero. These are upgrades.
Yeah.
Oh, because do you know when you were fighting all them
I
peasants
have buildings.
and they were like surviving? I only realized that I had like 10k money, so I was like, oh, sick. Just spam them.
Yeah,
I'll be there. I'll be there in a sec. I'll be there.
Alright,
I literally can't even get there, bro. I'll be there though.
Oh, wait. Oh, wow, that's why.
But as I was saying, anyway, the Debunga, technically, they captured women from planets. They filled them with steroids and growth agents, and then made them give birth to Chaos Warriors. And Chaos Warriors are like huge, like they're like 8-foot men.
Sorry guys, I'm fucked here.
And they would spawn like a load of these warriors out of these women who were just slaves. Like that's how dark it can become, and that's not even that like compared to like Dark Elf. Dark Elves can get.
Don't let
extremely
them
dark.
get this. If they have this, they're gonna have last cooldowns.
Dark Elf is extremely dark, like worse than that.
Guys, can someone help me over here, please, or is everyone thinking? Because I'm fucked. I've got nothing.
Away.
Well, Isengard is secured now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
that's
fucked.
so unlucky.
The House of Elrond.
You know, my only pikemen are stuck up front.
Aim for their hearts.
Like literally, as soon as they're coming out, they're
Good
getting
job,
slaughtered.
VHN.
Ah,
Cheers,
that
man.
was a
I couldn't
fucking-
kill any, but like it was just.
Yeah, you
distracting.
did some damage.
Who is... Okay, VHN. I just forgot who my teammates were.
Unlucky job.
Like,
Ah,
Victor's
that's
gone.
alright.
What the fuck is that? Oh, those are the... Take this shit
someone
out.
left their builder out.
But like technically this
fucking
is.
cracking.
I don't. Jock, did you watch Bricky Orchidate's like video on all the races?
Yeah, Nox already knew the races back then.
I did. I didn't know all of them or a lot of the lore, so I watched it just because I watched Bricky before, so I was like, oh, I didn't know. I'll watch it. But I'll quote what he says. Technically, the Dark Elves in this setting would capture. They would attack a planet. They would enslave that planet, and they would torture people
Nice.
constantly. But the thing is, they would do stuff like
he has bats.
they would do stuff like skin you, and like pull out like toenails, skin you, and
Basically,
all this
that's
stuff.
how bad the Dark Elves were when the Tau were facing a Tyranid invasion.
Oh, that was
the
depressing.
Dark
That
Elf
was.
says, "We will help you. You have to give us 100 of your people." So they did, and on the next battle, the Dark Elf sent out these monsters, and then the Tau realized that was their own people.
They were like,
sent.
why? What are these like blue skin colored massive like it was like mutated monsters? And then they realized that the Dark Elves had mutated their own people, who they sent there, into these monsters.
Cut them down.
And
Help
the-
me here. Send your archers in. I have something.
And the thing is, as well, like once they enslave,
yeah.
once they-
just send your archers in. I have this guy.
once they enslave their like unit, like people,
Spread across
Nice.
these lands.
Bruh.
I'll tell you who is a good Warhammer fantasy character is Valkyria the Bloody.
Just
She's
kill the
great.
archers and tanks.
A fair sight indeed.
killed a Slanesh demon, has it as a shield.
Just trample all the archers. I don't think he has any pikes.
But
Yeah,
like
I
I
saw
was trying
Black
to
Elf.
say,
Weapons ready.
How the
Uh,
fuck are my people still alive down there? My fucking dongle things.
I Gollum, I was about to say, Conrad Curse is one of the most badass lines in fucking the whole Warhammer. When he finally meets the Emperor, he goes, "Hello, Conrad." He goes, "That is not my name, Father. My name is the
What the
Night
hell
Hunter."
are... How the
To be fair,
hell?
wait, I can't remember which one Comrade is. Is Comrade the messed up one who can see
Yes.
the future,
Yes, the Night Hunter.
who kills himself to prove a point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally, do you know how he got surrogated his planet? It was literally torture the living fuck out of people
Yeah,
until the
rule
whole
by
world
terror.
complied.
terrify everyone so they don't do any crime? But what's it called? I like Corvus's lore. You know how he's like hunting down Perturabo
Yeah.
as a bird demon. Perturabo is like full on.
How the fuck
Crapping
is your
himself.
army reviving? What?
Building supplies coming. I will be your
What?
guide.
How the hell is your army reviving?
I'll tell you
Oh.
what, it is a good way to learn about the law if you want entertainment purpose as well. Is text-to-speech device.
Oh, I've seen videos of them. I haven't actually watched one though. I have seen them though.
Oh, you want to see the one where they have a game of fucking oh, what's it? Dungeons and Dragons. But they do it in the Warhammer Fantasy version.
Stay focused, Al.
It is fucking funny. It's on for an hour long. It is fucking hilarious.
I gotta ask real
But yeah, like if you're not used to dark fantasy, like Warhammer is like gonna shock you because of how dark it is.
Gotcha. I just ask real quick because I forget. Well, how does Imra just get PowerPoints?
By
It's the scholars.
I figured that. How do they do it?
So-
Yeah,
you
the
better-
bottom on the left.
So do you know the little book on the left?
What?
The more scholars you
Oh, the Acquire
have, the
Wisdom?
more power. Yeah, the more scholars you have, the more PowerPoint you'll get from it.
Okay, I thought it was if you get enough of them and they just do one thing. I forgot it was the book. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Oh,
all
that's
good.
fine.
But Warhammer Dark Things, yes.
Oh yes.
Right, it's just there's a lot. There's a lot of dark things.
Oh yes. And Warhammer Fantasy is no better, like Zigfold.
To be fair, I really enjoyed watching a video on Sigvald's lore.
Oh, aye.
Oh wait, no, sorry, no, not Sigvald, Sigma. I thought you said Sigma.
Oh,
I know
Zigfold.
I know who
Every time I
Sigvald
hear
is though, the
Warhammer Fantasy,
Chaos
that's
Warrior.
the name that always pops up. Sigma.
Sigma, he's the god. He's technically
This is what connects it, is because people think how powerful Sigmar was. He was one of the lost Primarchs.
yeah. People think people think some characters from the fantasy are characters in 40k.
Line it up.
So Sigma is one of them.
Stay
The thing I
focused,
hear
Al.
most about Sigmar is like, why Sigmar's hammer?
Our homes must
Yeah, because he wields the Warhammer. Sigma's Warhammer, and it's
Weapons
technically Sigma. The Sigma of the Empire rule was in a place where all the Empire was segregated, but there was a massive Orc war. Orc wars are like war bands, like massive war bands.
I figured that. And from what
So
I've seen of
there was a
the
massive one
banner-
coming.
We come to
So
protect
he was like,
Middle-earth.
"Do you know what? I'm gonna march around the Empire and unite everyone under a banner to fight against this war." And when the war came, like, it was, I can't fully explain it, but it was an epic battle. It was like this whole channel did the whole battle like in like a bird's eye view
the
thing. It was pretty
Battle of
sick.
Blackfire Pass.
We're finished with this structure.
Was it that one? Like, bro, I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Because from
But,
what
like-
I understand of the fantasy, there's been like almost
No, I mean,
10
it's not
battles
that
of
they ruin it.
Blackfire Pass or something. 'Cause that's the only
It's
way
because the
it
Empire
works.
is always fighting against.
From what someone explained it to me, that's the only way for orcs to get through the Empire is through that Blackfire
Fair
Pass.
sight indeed.
It is. There's only the orcs come from the south, you see, and the only entrance from the south is that entrance. Because to the left, where they could also enter through, they have to fight Bretonia, which is another empire.
Which is
If
a
they wanna-
fucked
if
up
they wanna-
empire.
If they want to go through the mountains, they have to fight against the dwarves. So the only way they can get through to the empire without trouble is going through Blackfire Pass. But to be fair, that's not even one of the most epic ones. Sigmar versus Chaos in the north next to Kislev.
Storms of
where the
Chaos is
Empire-
better. The Storms of Chaos, how it ends with Grimgor. They should never have retconned that ending. Where Grimgor at the end, where after he's beat down Sigmar, Grimgor walks up behind him and boots him in the bowels.
I just remember he beat he like destroyed, like, what did he do? Didn't he knock off his knock off his helmet?
Ready.
And
Yeah.
then what's it called?
What happened on the Storm of Chaos was, at the end, Archeon bet Sigmar, he was given this whole "I'm gonna conquer everything." Grimgor walked up behind them, and this is easy, an 18-ton up, booted him in the nuts, picked him up and headbutted him unconscious, broken that eye that lets him see just into the future.
Yeah.
He broke a Chaos artifact.
One
with
of
his
one of
head.
the most epic things I think in that war is how Cetra killed off Kolek.
They must fall. Slay them.
I think Cetra versus Kolek was one of the most epic things in the goddamn entire.
I tell you this now, if you want to listen to a good video, have a listen to Cetra's Law.
Cetra's lore is. I know Cetra's lore. Cetra's lore is very cool.
I reckon Cetra would get the better. If he went toe-to-toe with Sigmar, I reckon he would win.
I think he would as well. Isn't he older than Sigmar? Like way older than Sigmar.
Aye, Nekakara was the oldest human nation.
I was about to say, like, Tomb Kings are way old.
But if it wasn't for what the Skaven did, blowing up the moon, if the Lizardmen entered the Battle of Chaos instead of getting wiped out like they did,
Oh,
They
they would have
they would've won.
destroyed. They would have won by a mile.
basically,
Because Lizardmen are like the Lizardmen army, like the Slan themselves are
I clear the path.
broken.
it's
technically.
not that, it's
I
pretty
forge
much
ahead,
Gorok.
Swift and silent.
Really, Gorok? I know Gorok is really strong. Don't get me wrong, but like
My Lord Elrond.
I thought you
Well,
would probably say like
Lord,
Mazda Mundi or
No, like Nakai when he held off that bridge by himself against legions of Chaos
Chaos.
demons.
We come to protect
yeah,
Middle-earth.
true.
And don't forget, Gorok was the biggest of the Slan warriors, and he fucking
No,
killed.
he was the oldest of the
There is
No,
one
that's
the
Krokgar.
Scar veterans, wasn't he?
That's Krokgar.
I thought he was.
No, Gorok's the white one.
Oh, okay. I thought he was the oldest.
No, Krokgar's
I know both of
general.
weren't both of them alive
No,
at the start of
Gorok
the,
was just after.
just after. I know one of them, like most
Krokgar
of them.
was.
I know most of the legendary lizardmen were alive at the like
Because
at the
Krokgar's
start.
the High General of the All Lizardmen Army. He's Master Mundi's right-hand man.
Yeah.
But Krokgar literally had a Dark Elf spear through him, and he killed the whole fucking Dark Elf army. And he didn't pull the spear out till the very end.
I love Krokgar. With the hand of God as well.
Basically, this is how it went down. The the Dark Elf champion was on a chariot, and Gorok just kept walking forward to him and just slammed his shield in the ground and fucking destroyed the chariot.
Keep your wits sharp.
Oh, aye.
Bro, I'm telling you, lizardmen are beasts. They are the beasts of fantasy. Without
Alright.
lizardmen, a lot of bad stuff would happen. I think the only people who could probably stand up to lizardmen in a one-on-one fight would be pretty hard. Probably orcs, but elite orcs. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about
Black
freaking-
orcs.
I'm talking about black orcs, like Grimgore tier orcs would probably be able to stand up
Oh.
to lizardmen. Grimgore, of course, would stand up to them, but that's just Grimgore.
Grimglaw versus Gorok. Now that would be a fucking fight.
Come on, I just refilled that. Fine.
Sorry.
Because like none of the human factions, even the elven factions, I don't think would be able to win.
I mean, the lizardmen are that feared. Not even the high elves dare go to Lostria.
Don't they
Literally,
have
like
their own little island? From
yeah, they have
Ulthuan.
Ulthuan. It's like Atlantis, but out.
Isn't it like they call?
We must protect
Oh
the
no, I
woods.
remember what it's called. It was like the end of days, the vortex or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what stopped chaos from. Technically,
It
chaos
was the geomatic
invaded,
web.
and technically chaos invaded, and the lizardmen and high elves were the last two defenders. Lizardmen were popping off just down in Lustria, doing their own thing, killing off demons like nothing. But the high elves are the reason chaos got banished because they created the vortex.
It was
Which-
the vortex, but do not forget it was also the geomatic web from the lizardmen that actually boosted the.
Oh yeah, yeah. So technically, also lizardmen are smart enough to have their own, like deterrent for chaos, and that is the geomantic web.
If you want to know what the pettiest character in Warhammer Fantasy and 40k lore is, Bellicor.
We come to protect
Yeah, the first chaos.
That sounds
The
Damon.
the first demon prince. He is the pettiest of the petty.
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
Tyrion from the High Elves, he seems very petty.
our homes.
He's
Tyrion
not-
isn't petty. He's very arrogant, I think.
And his brother, he seems very, like, kind of elven.
Settle. Be quick.
His brother will do anything if it's to save the world. Like do
Oh.
anything. Tyrion
What?
Tyrion has a deep hate for the Dark Elves, which is why he is how he is. But Teclis, who's his
And he's
brother,
also cursed by the blood of an Aryan.
oh yeah, and he's technically there's two characters who are cursed, Tyrion and Malekith, and in the lore, even though Malekith is the Dark Elf, he is meant to be the rightful ruler of the High Elves.
But the gods
Well-
decided to play a little fucking game with him.
Yeah, so the gods of the elves actually blessed, like cursed each one. Anarion Anarion's the good god, actually blessed Malekith, and not Tyrion. And Tyrion picked up the sword of Cain, and Cain is technically he's not evil,
I heard that
but
to, like,
he causes people to.
Blade, like, it
Cannot delay.
whispers to you, it tells you shit.
Yeah, it's
Basically,
it's the god, it's the sword of the god of
Murder.
god of murder for the elves. And Tyrion, who was angry at Malekith, picked it up to go kill him.
But if you want to go out of Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k, the biggest human chad there is has got to be Commissar Yarrick.
Guys, send
He
it
has
out.
got the biggest balls out of any human.
Isn't that the?
By the way,
isn't that the?
Alaron got a been nerfed. That's not fair. He can. Can you just stop a second? Like,
Yeah, sure.
he fully upgraded heavy armor orc Uruk-hai with like from the forge or what it's called Steelworks. I have all the upgrades from Steelworks too, and they still get one-shotted. They still get one-shotted by Alaron's ability. I don't think that's how it should work.
Nah, should if he's got the ring, but not when he's not got the ring.
Yeah, but even without, when he gets the ring, it's even bigger AoE. Yeah, fair, it has more cooldown, but the AoE is already fairly strong. You know what? My Sauron does no damage to his units, by the way. And by the way, they were even buffed by Saruman. They
No,
were buffed
because I
by
used the
Saruman.
mist.
What?
I used the mist, I debuffed them.
Yeah, but before you use the mist, you use the ability. You use the mist.
Yeah, they were
like
already
right?
low by then because I used Gilgalad's abilities too.
Yeah, but what
No,
we're saying
but
is that
Gilgalad's ability, you used it later on. You just
Yeah, but
one
they were
shot.
already low because I had area damage.
No, but the thing is that like you used it 3 times. and one, like, I don't know which time it was, I think it was the second time, no debuffs. Okay, fair, I didn't have Saruman, but I have
Expanded the barracks.
heavy armor and everything.
Are we
Uruk
allowing
has still
towers?
basic units.
Yeah,
Listen.
yeah, but what else then? Yeah, but still, they're fully upgraded with steelworks.
Yeah,
heavy
but
armor.
Saruman has the same ability.
Wait a minute before we carry
Yeah,
on,
but
or
my
we're allowing
Saruman
towers.
didn't do any
Yeah,
damage
because
to
these
your
are
pikemen.
largest elite units. I'm not using
No,
using basic
to
units.
your pikemen. Your pikemen took no
Have you ever
damage.
seen a Bloodress pikeman?
Yes, they're
Yeah, then you should know why they're not dead.
yeah, but they're base units. They weren't even in a defensive stance. They were just standing.
There is still only one row of units. That means they have double the amount of health of normal units.
Wait, do
Or
you know?
unit
Do you
times.
know
No, the thing is that Urukai pikemen have the same amount of of HP as like they have 200 less HP. That's not even a lot.
Yeah, then they have better armor.
Yeah, but I
Largest
have like I have heavy armor and
I have
steel
heavy
armor.
It depends.
Still, Uruk, I have weaker armor than Noldor elves.
Yeah, but still, your Noldor elves take like 15% of
Yeah.
HP damage by
Because
one
they have-
Saruman cast.
You have to realize as well, like Isengard has a bunch of leaderships as well. If you can get them all, they are very.
Yeah, if you can get them.
Nico,
Yes.
you stole my oil! I have zero! Give me some!
You didn't give me some coal either.
You took the entire
see-
regiment. What
You,
the?
you didn't use anything and they get one, like you didn't use debuffs, I have
Yeah,
one
you
Saruman there
didn't,
and
you
they
didn't
get
use
one.
your defensive stance too.
What?
And it's still a level 10 Elrond.
Yeah, but not like it does more damage, it just gets
Yeah, it
more
does
HP.
because there are more horses then.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, it does more damage.
Yeah, but doesn't affect...
I'll be there. I'll be there in a sec. Just defend. I'm literally
I
almost
got
done.
an
Over.
army going. I just need a target. Tell me.
But what I'm saying is, we're allowing
Push,
towers.
push, push, push blue. Just push blue. Push Angmar. Through your army.
Stuff, so.
Yeah, 2 seconds. What's the tower rule? Or we're allowing towers or not?
I don't think so.
Hello?
You
Yeah,
good towers? Oh, Golem.
What?
Destroy the towers and then you're good. It's fine.
What towers?
The towers around your base.
Why should I destroy them? They're defensive.
Yeah, we don't play with
Oh
towers.
wait, no. Also Boar as well. He needs to destroy
No,
his.
it's just what if I leave my base and someone else attacks me? I got no defenses for the base.
Yeah, but no, neither do I.
Oh, well, if Boss built towers, then it's fair game.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If both of you build towers, then it's-
Yeah,
But,
it's fair game.
as you were saying, Jock, is that the one who led the crusade, where he was only like a normal man, Imperial Guard?
No, that's the one that was fucking during the Armageddon War with Gasco Makuruk Thraka. The one that got crushed by
What
a
was
fucking
that
Knopkin.
name?
Hey, they've got to be unique with the names.
No, the one that got his arm taken off, and then so he attached it with a Orc's claw.
Yo man, I need help, like, quick.
I can't remember him. I can't remember that character.
It's during the War of Armageddon.
Okay, we coming.
I don't know, bro. I don't think I'm as entwined to the lore.
Oh
as
no,
you.
you've got like literally to the point where even though he got captured by the Orcs, he had a one-on-one face meeting with Gazgul, and they literally let him go because Gazgul seen him as that much of a rival for a good fight.
No, I do know who you're talking about. I think I have heard that, but it was such a long time ago that I kind of forgot about it.
I mean, what a name though, Gazgul Makuruk Thraka. Someone has definitely been sniffing coke to come up with that name.
Definitely.
Go on, fucking poke him.
See, this is where Rohan becomes the strongest faction.
This is where we die!
Attack, kill the elves,
Oh shit, I shouldn't even. Shit.
the kinslaying.
Sorry, I was rooting for fuck. What?
Man, fuck the elves.
Oh, you got your first stage, don't you?
Oh
no, wait,
That's first stage, bro. This is why Rohan's so strong at this point of the game.
Yeah, Rohan is...
Stage am I looking
Our homes must be defended.
That's me.
Rohan's.
Rohan's first stage is
I
actually...
just died 2 seconds. What the fuck?
See, even Nico's
Yeah,
running.
because of
He
Gilgalad.
cannot handle the. He cannot handle the might of Rohan.
No, but Rohan's first stage
Oh yeah, I
is one of the
forgot to
best.
nerf that. That's still so broken.
What?
That your archers can knock down heroes.
What?
Basic attacks.
Our lads are in trouble.
Sorry guys, I'm sorry I was absolutely fucking useless on this match.
No, dude, I've been sitting
Heroes
trying to
run.
get units, and apparently that did not turn out so well. I have elites and they just did nothing.
Yeah, because
Here they
Gilgalad
come.
just one-shot them, lol.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a Gilgalad.
Goodbye,
Back,
Aragorn.
knock back. At least.
You know what it is though? It's still a good game
Oh
though.
shit!
I'm
base
here,
attack,
bro,
base
don't
attack,
worry.
base attack, help, help.
It's fine, it's a
This
weak
is why I
army.
told you I did not want to leave my base. I knew
It's
this
a
would
weak
happen.
army, it's
I was
fine. Once
literally
we
waiting
get
for
there,
this shit.
once we get there, he's. Oh, hi, Helagrin.
I only have
Goodbye,
catapults
Helagrin.
on my base.
No, you know when your army would have been messed up right now if you had the old Mornamoth on level 10. Because then you
Yeah.
would deal no damage to him.
Yeah, I know.
I think that Isengard's first stage needs buffs.
I think if you fix them swordsmen, I don't know what's
Yeah.
wrong with them, but if you fix them, then I think they should be fine.
I mean, they will get a small buff for
Which?
Valar.
What?
Help?
What are you guys talking
Please?
about?
It's the.
Oh,
it's,
you see that? You see that?
Are you good over here?
Jack,
why am I?
Did you
why
see
am I-
that?
No,
No, I
sorry,
didn't.
what did I see? What did I miss?
Did I by any chance see his Elrond one-shotting?
King Madman,
Again,
help me
with no
push, help me push
debuffs.
against
I literally.
Angmar, and we kill him.
I'll give you what I got. You might think I got stronger.
It's fine, bro. I'll frontline. Just help with the.
I was trying to
I'll
get
put-
catapults so I could actually make an assault on Angmar. Then Isengard needed my help.
That's Angmar's first stage. No, is it Angmar's? No, that's Isengard's. My bad.
Help Angmar!
Both my builders. I thought one of them was away from the.
You're fine. He's not pushing you.
I just want to know what happened to my other builders.
Protect the woods.
Don't worry, but guess what I've got? Actually, I'm not even going to use it. There's no point. Well, we've got an ace in the hole. I've got Yavanna something.
I got 4 catapults and I'm aiming at the.
Bro, my heroes aren't leveling. Yes, Turin bar.
Turin is the best designed hero, in my opinion.
Bro, I
Turin
just
and
like how
Turin,
broken
bro.
his level 1 is.
Oh my god, I got out.
Oh, what a scout.
Oh.
No way, I just got my first.